Hi, and welcome to this CLP Interview Series. Today I'm with Sandra Megens, who is a drought researcher at the University of Wageningen. Thank you for being with us today, Sandra. So, as a first question, I'd like to ask you, what do you think makes drought management a complex business?
The drought management is a complex business because, in my opinion, you have to first define what is drought, what conceptually, and then operationally, and from what regions and what kind of drought we are interested with. Because we used to connect meteorological drought, the lack of precipitation, with agriculture. But nowadays, we have been see several regions, especially Latin America, that is my region of interest, with enormous extensive drought in many places in South America, and the impact has been different. So what we are talking about, which kind of drought, should be the first question before we are implementing a drought management plan.
Excellent. Thank you, Sandra. So as a second question, I'd like for you to tell us a bit about the challenges that you think around participatory models, governance models, and especially the participation of people in the development of national drought plans.
We can say that governments have been failing to respond to the crisis about lack of precipitation extensively in some regions in Latin America. The point is that the impact of a drought is not the same in comparison with what is happening in the past. So brings the challenge that we have to look for new approaches, as it happens in my research with the transboundary river basin between Colombia and Ecuador, where I find out an emerging governance that in the approach with the polycentricity, it's giving a different kind of response from the community level, how to build up resilience in that place where the lack of precipitation is not the only variable that creates the drought problems in the area.
Thank you, Sandra. Indeed, sometimes the lack of response from government creates then a possibility and a space for communities to come up with self-governance models. So as a last question, I'd like to ask you, what do you think will be next or should be next on the global drought agenda?
Well, I am very interested to find out what kind of governance has to be connected with local needs, means community resilience. From the global governance is very polycentric, very complex, and very fragmented. I should say that our regions, Latin America, is the same one. What happens in that case? We have to look in a little, what I said, more local possibilities to create value in the drought status interpretation model that allow us to integrate more social hydrological indicators that probably they were not taking in consideration before.
Thank you very much for your time, Sandra.
Okay, you're welcome.